Hey, heidi ho, neighbor. Dave from the Family Farmer here. Hey, today is going to be a good program. You know why? I have some tips, I have some tricks, and I have some hints just for composting. You better believe it. Hey, look at this compost pile. Is that a compost pile or what? Now, next week, as you all know, because this is my new garden area I'm going to be using for spring, I started over here, right in this area. Then I moved it over into the corner. And of course I added more stuff to it. Then of course I added it all right here. And look at how this is turned out to be. It is, because it sits there. And what that does is all those nutrients, biological, scientific garbage leaches down into my soil. And that's what we want. Now, that good old soil that when I first started was just crap. Now look at it. Look at that. Of course, that's going to break down some more. Lena, get out of the way. That's going to break down some more. But anyways, what did I wanted to show you? Here's a good trick for you. Kind of like trench composting, but you dig a hole here. You always got your kitchen scraps. You don't have a whole lot of them. Here I have some little green tomatoes we didn't use up, coffee grounds, some onion stuff. And what you do is, during the summer months, in between your rows, dig a hole, plop that right in there, and cover it back up. How much simpler can you get than that? And what that's going to do is that'll break down, and of course your rows, either way, your plants roots will stretch out and get up all those nice nutrients. Okay, how you like that? There, we got rid of that. Or of course you can throw it in your compost pile. Well, why do that if you can put it right into your garden? I also wanted to add, with this compost pile, you saw how I layer it and everything. I don't run anything through a lawnmower. But if you want it to break down better, run it through the lawnmower, do that kind of thing. And or what I could do, really simplify this a little bit, but I don't want to work any harder than I have to, is of course take down my fencing and I'll run my rototiller through this baby. That'll mix everything up, and of course it'll get everything going some more. You know, and then of course then you got to pile it back up. But yeah, this is going to rot. It's also going to rot, and it's going to put all those nutrients and all that biological what have you back into my garden where I want all that stuff to be. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm very proud of what this garden is doing for me right now, and it's not even spring. Okay, now right in this area there used to be a swimming pool here, and I want the grass to grow, and that's why I got my manure buckets over here. And of course, you all see my manure buckets. I want the grass to grow. I want some more nitrogen in here so the grass looks like the rest of the yard, you know. So it doesn't look so all beat up and everything. But anyways, I got 1/8-inch holes drilled on the bottom. Of course, I got some compost. I dug out some compost from my winter garden here. And of course I have cow manure in my buckets. And see how nice and green that is? You know, I want all that nitrogen to go right into the ground, the soil. And this grass will grow up real nice then. Okay, but anyways, this is a really good part I wanted to show you. Of course I have just regular old compost in here, manure in there. And of course I got how I make my green tea. Just grab some weeds, grass clippings, dandelion, you know, and just crunch all this stuff up. Just sit there and crunch it up. It's called bruising. Okay, just crunch it up, tear it up, do what you want. Okay. I got all sorts of weeds and what have you in here. Even got the ruts. But anyways, you know how your dog goes potty all over the yard and kills the grass right there? Well, here, now we're going to make the grass grow and we're going to do it naturally. So this is actually green weed tea and of course compost tea. And I always got my buckets. I never thought of this before until the other day when I was out in the front doing this. And a guy stopped, he was walking his dog, and he says, "What are you doing?" I says, "I'm covering up the dog spots." And so I explained that to him, and he goes, "Boy, you know, I never thought of that." He says, "I'm going to try that." And you know, I never thought about it until that guy stopped and asked me what I was doing. I'm sure I look pretty stupid out there with a bucket of grass and stuff, and I'm adding water. And of course I have holes on the bottom and of course on the side, and all you do fill that up with water, and that's going to leach right through that bucket. See how that's leaching through that bucket? You want to fill that up a couple times a day. Okay, same with your compost, it does the same thing. Get rid of all of it. We'll call them the doggy spots, you know, because they do look ugly, especially when you want your front lawn to look nice, you know. See how that leaches through there? Look at that. And that will take care of your doggy spots naturally. So there's a good hint. So people, think of this stuff. All you do is either green weed, just pull out some weeds, some grass, whatever, grab a little compost, do the same for in your garden. Hey, there's some tricks, some tips, and some hints. Okay, y'all take care. Bye-bye then.